Next video here, it says, after 2 years of no dating, I'm back in the dating market. Woman shares her experience.
After 2 years of not dating, I decided to get back on the dating apps, and I just had my first date from Hinge, and I want to talk about it.
Let's hear it.
Seriously, I hate dating. Like it's like the worst thing to ever be invented. I don't like to get to know someone. I don't like to do that small talk about like, what do you do for work and what's your favorite color? Like, I don't care. Okay, I don't like it. So I chose to stay away from the dating game for quite some time. It taught me a lot about what I want and what I don't want. I feel like he considers himself a high value man. So let's backtrack. I decided to get back on Hinge. I get on the dating app, right? And I match with this guy. The first thing he says to me is like, I think we look good together. And I was like, okay, yeah, sure. We would look good together. So we're chatting back and forth. You know how dating apps are. Like, it's kind of hard to like, because no one's like looking at dating apps. You're looking at your text messages, but no one's looking at your phone. Like, it's hard to get in touch with somebody. So I was like, okay, let's just take this off the app, whatever. He gets my number, I get his number, and we're chatting back and forth. And then I was like, you know what, I'm not really a texter. How about we call? He's like, cool, bet. So he calls, and we have a conversation. It's really cute. It's really like, okay, the vibes are there, like that type of thing. Then he was like, okay, well, I will call you or text you tomorrow. Great. The tomorrow comes. There's no good morning text, there's no nothing. If you say you're going to text me, I'm not texting you. I'm not reaching out to you. Obviously, you're way too busy to talk to me. So if you're busy, I'm going to let you do your thing. So I didn't hear from him all day yesterday. Today is Friday. We planned to meet today, which is Friday.
Welcome back to the streets. I know, stressful.
So this morning he texts and he's like, hey, are we still on for tonight? And I was like, yeah, sure. That's fine. I mean, it's fine. Right? We're at the city center in Houston. There, I'm thinking, oh, okay. He set up a cooking class for us. That's super cute. I love the idea of this. Nah. Walk in. Dude asks like, hey, can we do the class? And then they're like, yeah, no, you need a 48-hour advance notice. And he's like, oh, okay. So immediately I'm like, that's sus. Like, did you do that just so like you could like kind of look like you were trying to do, like, don't put on games there. Like, just be straight up who you are. That's it. Why do you take me to the most expensive cooking wear? And then you say, well, Target has the same. Why are we over here? Are you trying to show me that you have money and you're considering buying that? Like, why? What is this? Oh, I like to cook. Okay, that's good. I'm glad. Like, why are we here? Like, oh, I'm trying to go to this spot that my friend told me about that has happy hours. Okay, fine. Lead the way. So he's walking. He can't find it. It's hot. It's smoldering. It's Houston. I'm sweating. He's sweating. Find a restaurant at this point. I'm hungry. Homeboy ate. Mind you, did not tell me that he ate prior to. Didn't tell me nothing. Normally, I would like for you to be like, hey, don't eat because we're going to eat. Or, hey, I just plan on going to get drink. Something. Give me something. I didn't eat anything. So now I'm hungry, and I'm not going to sit here with this person being hungry because now I'm cranky. I'm in a cranky mood because I hadn't eaten anything. I order food, and already from the jump, I can tell that this guy is not the one that's going to be like, hey, let me pay for your, no. He's like standoffish. Like, I'm having to like nudge a conversation, and I'm like, this is trash. This is why I don't date.
Welcome back. Oh,
trash.
shit.
Then,
Things have changed. 2 years? Shit. She's missed a lot. 2 years being out of the dating market, knowing what has changed within the past 2 years. 2 years. She's missed a lot.
while we're like sitting there, I'm like, well, tell me about yourself. And he's like telling me the same stuff that he told me when we were on the phone. So you're a complete stranger. I don't know you. So you could tell me anything about yourself And that's fine because I don't know you. He tells me the exact same things. I'm like, sir,
What does he say?
what else? And then he's like, well, I don't want to talk about myself. Then I will sound too cocky. That is a red flag. That is him telling on himself because he is the cockiest thing I've ever met in my entire life.
I'm listening to the way he approached this whole thing, starting the conversation with like, hey, you and me will look good together. She thought he looked good because she agreed and says, okay, you look good. She obviously believes she looks good and she liked him. That's a pretty cocky way of starting out a conversation, right? You liked the cockiness there for a little bit.
Okay. It's like, I'm the prize. You're the prize, but I'm also the prize, though. And I cannot stand that. Like, yes, I want my man to be confident, but
something about this chick, bro. Do you guys, something about it. It's adding up, right? 2 years single, still not married. I'm not wishing you, hey, I hope you find what you're looking for. The whole energy and everything I'm sensing is just seems a bit problematic.
When I imagine the perfect first date, like I know nothing's perfect, but when I imagine the perfect first date with the person that I am willing to like, let's continue this on.
All right.
Homeboy has said to me, hey, I have a reservation set for this time at this place. So you don't have to drive. I'm going to order you an Uber. The Uber will take you to the restaurant. It will get you there when our reservation is. And then when we're done, the Uber will take you back home. And I'll be like, okay, Daddy, where we going? What are we doing? Tell me. Because you showing me that you're masculine. You're showing me that you're like you're gonna lead the situation. When I hear the question, what do you want to know? No. Why are we copping out? Don't give me a cop out. Tell me who you are. You are a complete stranger. You're gonna have to come back for part 2 about
Nope. No, he won't. No, we won't. All right, so I've got a couple of thoughts, just two. Number one, something that a lot of guys don't know, an easy way to separate yourself from the average man out here when it comes to the dating market is actually taking initiative and planning out a date. The amount of men who, just from doing this type of content, advising and mentoring other guys when it comes to dating and relationships, the amount of guys who do not have a plan and send questions like, what do you want to do? Where do you want to eat? Right? Instead of, sending a question like, what type of food do you like to eat is a very different question from where do you want to eat? The amount of guys who don't plan dates, actually plan where you're going and take charge in that situation. I'm not talking about buying the chicken Uber. You don't have to do all that. For most women, you will surpass most of the guys out here as far as competition if you take charge of setting a date and take charge from the beginning to the end. Now, what we see here that's happening is this chick had decided by this point that she didn't find him attractive. So she's over here complaining about his conversation skills, him saying, I don't want to have to brag. It does come off cocky, but you probably knew that before you actually went on the date with him. But by this time, she's turned off completely. And it's like that one date with the guy who took her to the museum and she already didn't like him from the very beginning. And she said he talked too much when all he was knowledgeable because he was an artist and he drew a portrait of her that looked exactly like her. And then he said, oh, this doesn't look like me. And I laughed about it with my sister. When we saw the picture, it looked like an exact photo. Like she should have paid for that photo. When a woman does not find you attractive, finding reasons to disqualify you is easy, right? Check out some of these comments. So top comment says, the dating app, bad move. Somebody else who says, I absolutely see why you're single. You don't like anything. This commenter says, why Uber? You don't drive? Requesting somebody to pick you up in Uber, we do understand that was like a fantasy, but shit's too crazy right now in the dating market to be having those type of fantasies. Finding you somebody who's going to be where they're at, be who they are, and be a net positive in your life is a win. This woman says, if a dude says he ate already, I already know it's about to be on some BS. I had that happen to me once. Like, I already ate. What else you want to do?